Hello, so this will serve as a very brief whistle-stop tour through sort of the introduction of philosophy. It began with a man called Thales of Miletus, and then it progressed on to Pythagoras, and then it became the atomists who believed that we are comprised of subatomic particles, or particles, not subatomic particles, but particles. Um, and then it sort of moved onwards to Plato in the allegory of the cave, where he believed that we were chained to a wall and we could see a fire and we could only see the shadows that were being cast onto this wall. And if we were only able to break free of our chains, we could turn around and see life for the illusion that it is. And then we sort of move on to we don't move on. We sort of have to acknowledge his master Socrates, who sort of began this interesting whole thought experiment, and he sort of came to the conclusion that he only knows one thing, and that's that he knows nothing, and that no one can possibly ever know anything. And then I'm going to jump quite a bit, and I'm going to go to Rene Descartes, which he dissected his own existence under the guise of an evil being, and he sort of came to this conclusion that he doubts, therefore he is. The only thing he could reliably say existed is himself. He originally said cogito ergo sum, which means I think, therefore I am, but he did posthumously change it. And then we go sort of to, let's jump to Thomas Hobbes and the natural law of man and the natural rights of man, and this absolutism that the best way for a society to function is to give absolute power to a monarchy or an entity, a singularity or a monism or whatever it is. And then we sort of can, if we're going to go a little bit sociological with it, we can sort of look at Durkheim and functionalism, who says that the institutions within society serve as the organs that allow society to function, and without sort of the um, uh, constant sort of blood flow to the organs, which is humans and their roles that they play within society, then the organs would not function. And then we can move forward to Alan Watts, homogeneity. Then everything returns to the earth and is from the earth, and it's more of a return to Eastern philosophy. Jung with synchronicity, the collective unconscious, that there is a tether that ties us all together, and speak of the devil and he shall appear. Freud with his psychodynamic beliefs in the id, the ego, and the superego, and Freudian slips, and yeah, we can keep pushing it forward and forward to Nietzsche and nihilism, Albert Camus, absurdism, um, even Cioran and antinatalism. I don't know if I said his name right, but yes, philosophy is a very large subject, and hopefully this gave you some things to Google.